Hi, Taylor.
Hi,
Hey Taylor.
Taylor.
Hi. Let's jump right in. So, what
This
does it
already looks like it's going to be fun.
I know
Yeah,
your
I'm already
background
feeling good
is
about this one.
perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
Hi. What does it mean to y'all to be a part of a reboot of this particular show that like America loves?
I think that we are, a little. Well, I think that our writers did a great job in at the end of the first episode, just establishing that we are a new group of people that are the occupants of this very loved and endearing apartment, that seems to have a little magic mist over it somehow. But we, very much are our own show. And I think there's not a pressure of legacy because they were really clear, like, no, we're not trying to emulate this. This is not you, a female Ted Mosby. That we are going on our own adventure here and borrowing some like playful bits of a legacy that meant a lot to a lot of people.
Probably a lot more now than it did when I first got the job. The sort of realization perhaps didn't sink in until a little bit later. The sort of I don't know, maybe the responsibility that we had. It's never something that I necessarily felt as an actor whilst we were doing it. We just sort of rock up each day and take each scene as it comes. But yeah, certainly as time's gone on, I've perhaps realized the enormity of it all.
Yeah, yes, like Tom said, the responsibility of it and how grateful I felt to just be there doing that thing, because I walked in a little bit cynical being like, yo, there's no way that it's How I Met Your Mother, okay? But then I started realizing that it's its own thing. It's not a reboot, it's a continuation, and that makes it so exciting. One of us earlier said that it has the same soul. I think it was Tom, and it does. That's fun because all of us who watched it fell in love with the soul of the thing, and so now we get to keep it with us and go with it, and like with these great people and the great people guiding us through this. Oh my God, it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah, I think too. Anyone's skeptical. I'm an OG fan, but I kid you not, from the minute I read the audition sides, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to be a part of this. Oh my gosh, I get to play Hilary Duff's BFF. Count me in. Oh my gosh, I get to work with Elizabeth and Isaac. I love This Is Us. Okay.
Sure. Obviously you feel the pressure when there's a show that you're coming into it fresh, but obviously there's this tremendous built-in fan base who passionately loved the original, and you can't help but think about that as you forge ahead. That being said, we're amongst those people that were fans of the original, so it felt like such an exciting opportunity. And then we just kind of love this world, the idea of getting to tell fresh dating stories in 2022 about a group of friends that resides in New York City, which is where we went to college and where I grew up. It was kind of the perfect combination of things that we like a lot. So we were very excited while still feeling the heat of, that fan base that is waiting with anticipation.
There's a lot more diversity as far as race and sexuality goes. Was that exciting to see coming onto the project for any of y'all?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think honestly in this day and age, there's no way to not include that. That is our normal, and TV needs more of that, and it's that time. And getting to be on Hulu, and not just race and sexuality, but just getting to act 30 and do things that 30-year-olds get to do, with a cast of everybody spanning from 27 to 30, almost 40, whatever, like that we are telling that story, and each one of those people are having experiences like that. So to get to live it out on TV and make people laugh and make people cry and make people just feel not alone, I think is everything on TV these days, and we're definitely trying to serve that.
Francia, you're nodding a lot.
Yeah, it was definitely exciting. I think both Serge and Tien and I were super excited about it. And then even with Hannah, when she got cast, I was so excited to have another Latina on set. It definitely, we had a moment for sure where we were like, wow, we're really here. And even seeing the billboards and posters and seeing our faces, I was like, we are so diverse. Everyone feels represented. It's really emotional.
Yeah, and it feels real because the fact of the matter is that diversity is real.
Yeah.
You know, so like just seeing that and being placed in New York with that, the realest city in the world, it's great. It feels really, 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 really good.
And I just feel like I love that in the show. It's just normalized. It's not something that's really like pointed out. Everything's just normal. You know, Ellen talks to us about her ex-wife and we're just listening. And it's not a thing that, you know, she's gay. It's just, that's part of life. It's what we is. It's not a thing unless it's Charlie's parents that I'm Mexican. It's not a thing that Surge is Indian. Like, it's just normal. We're just normal people talking to each other. The only things that we have is we're trying to figure out our lives in our early 30s.
Yeah, I mean, I think we were talking about like what does a friend group look like in 2022, and to us, this is what that is. And we definitely wanted there to be diversity. We also wanted it to be really organic diversity. I think there's nothing worse to us than when you're watching a show and it feels like people are being plugged in or to check boxes or whatever. We wanted this to feel like a group where you believe they spend time together, where you understand how they're all connected to each other. So hopefully that comes across.
Tien, your character Ellen is a kind of like a baby gay and new to New York City.
A baby gay.
I love that.
In her own right.
I would say that she's a baby gay in the dating scene. She has been married, or she was married, and is now separated from her wife and is ready to like get in there. And I think what's so exciting about Ellen is that, like, you know, her identity is not where her conflict arises from. She just gets to be one of the friends, and she is like the rest of the friend group, struggling and also in some cases succeeding in different aspects of her life in living in New York City. And I think it's just great to see that. And her trials and tribulations of being a baby gay is very relatable to anyone who's trying to get out there and date people in this very wild time.
Back in the dating scene for sure. And Hilary, you're kind of like a gay icon in your own right, especially for millennials like myself. So I think you'll have like a healthy gay audience for this show. What does that community support mean to you?
Oh, well, I have to say that I've felt that support for many, many years.
Oh.
I think starting with Lizzie McGuire and then having them, having the support system throughout my music career was the biggest thing, where, you know, I was truly fighting to get anyone to take me seriously as a singer. And it was, I think the gay community was a huge push for me, of them being behind me and me not even really, you know, knowing until being at my concerts and stuff and being like, oh, wow, like now press has to pay attention to this because look who's showing up for me, or like, look who's blasting my shit. And then, you know, I started to like get more into fashion and blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know. I think maybe I think Lizzie McGuire hit at the right moment where people were like vulnerable and learning who they were. And then I was just along for that moment as well, because I was at the same time in my life. And then I think my music, you know, was impactful and in becoming who you are and being able to own that. And then they've stuck by my side, which through lots of breaks and children and some good projects and some bad projects, you know. So I think I just am like so deeply appreciative of all of the support that I've had in, you know, in the following since Lizzie McGuire. So, but obviously the gays are the most fun. And, yeah.
Are there any moments that you're most excited for fans to see, Chris, if you have any, in the show and season?
Oh my
Chris
God.
just screams at us all the time.
Yeah. Everybody just makes fun of me because I'm so fucking loud in general. I would have scenes with Hilary where they'd be like, Chris, we're in a club, so we need you to, like, you know, everyone's volume needs to be up. And I would turn to Hilary and start yelling my lines, and I would watch her as nicely as possible, try not to wince at everything I was saying because I was like deafening her.
Or they just be like, everyone volume up but Chris.
Chris, you're fine. You're okay. You just turn it down. I think the thing that I'm most excited about anyone seeing, and you can see it in every episode really, is our chemistry. We really genuinely love each other off screen and on screen. And I think that the most fun about watching a sitcom is knowing that the people you're seeing are having as much fun as they appear to be having. And certainly in our case, we just had a fucking blast from the moment we started.
I think it's honestly the DP, like our first AD's worst nightmare when we're all in a scene together and we get to take our masks off, because we're just like just like laughing, yelling, blah blah blah. It's a freak out. It's a free for all, and everyone's like, we have a lot to do today. We have a lot to do today, you know. But really, we're having fun, and I think we're so appreciative of the writing that's being handed to us, like, and the way we get to play with that and just bring humanness to that, and we really hope that that's what people get out of the show, is they get to see a little bit of themselves or their friend circle in what we're doing.
Well, there is a scene later in the series that was so secretive it wasn't even put in our scripts. We weren't allowed. We all know what happens in it, and I'm gonna stop right now. We all know what happens in it, but we were never allowed to read it. And it's probably good that they didn't tell me specifically, because I can't keep my mouth shut. So
yeah. He said it.
Yeah. We stopped there though.
Any more that are less secret?
I mean, honestly, I'm just looking forward to the response and feedback from the fans. I mean, obviously, we have such a huge responsibility. And it did feel like pressure at first, but we are so proud of the work we did. And I just love that, you know, you guys, having seen the first 4, really see the friendship that is on camera, because it is happening off camera. And I'm just really excited that it really shines through. Personally, I'm just excited for the feedback. I'm looking forward to the Bat Mitzvah episode, though, that one.
Oh, yeah. My God, Bat Mitzvah episode. Oh my, there's so many episodes, though, honestly. The writers are so funny, man. They just keep coming up with all these things. We're always like, oh my, how are you doing this? And sometimes they do it on the day, on set. Like, they'll just be like, yo, say this, say this, say this. And we're like, how are you coming up with this right now? And they're like, we don't know. And then we all just go and do it. And it's him. You know what? If the first 4 episodes were I'm so happy to watch them, you know, personally. I can't wait to see the last 4. Because, you know, this friendship grew in real life too. Our skill in regards with all of this grew in real life too. Can't wait.
It definitely says a lot about the writing as well. When we would get a script sent to us, and then in our group chat we'd be messaging, oh, what about this? And did you read that part and stuff? And we were excited as actors to be sort of, you know, taken on this journey with the audience.
I think there's also a nostalgic factor to some of the dialogue, like, you know, in the birthday episode, when you made the I Know What You Did Last Summer reference, like, as someone that grew up watching that was cool. And then there's more references like that to our childhood that maybe Gen Z might not understand, but as an old millennial, I consider myself, it was really fun to laugh about and play.
And as far as Ellen, the character Ellen goes, did you always know that you wanted her to be a lesbian, or how did that conversation go in the writer's room?
We did. I mean, I think that's how she was written in the pilot, and we wanted it to just be, you know, her identity and a part of her, but also not the only thing we're focused on. But yes, that was always from the very beginning who she was.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of pieces of that character we went to NYU, Elizabeth and I lived in New York. There's a lot of her that's informed by our LGBTQ friends who like arrived in New York and were a little bit like overwhelmed by choice as compared to the small towns that they were living in before. So we thought, like, what an interesting specific take on a newly divorced character, where she's been with one woman because she's from the middle of nowhere and there weren't a lot of options. And now all of a sudden she's thrown into the middle of the dating scene in Manhattan, where there's queer women everywhere she looks. And like, what does that do to a person?
Yes, and that is very relatable. Are there any chance of old characters, legacy characters coming back, since it is a kind of like a sequel?
Totally. Yeah. What's cool about the show is that it's a whole new group and whole new friends, but they do exist in the same universe where those friends existed. So we totally want to leave open the possibility that at any moment, someone from that world could pass through, which we think is hopefully really exciting.
I love that. And last question, are there any moments that you can tease at, hint at maybe, that you're just really excited for people to see, that just stand out in your head?
Oh man.
I mean, I'm very excited for everyone to see everything that Kim Cattrall did with her role. I think, it was just such a blast to have her on set, and she's so much fun that I think people are already getting to see, little hints and trailers and stuff of what our cast is doing, but I really can't wait for them to see the Kim component as well, because I think she just brings a whole other level of amazing to the show.
Yes, I agree. Isaac, did you have one?
I mean, I'm just so excited for people to get to know these characters. Our cast, I'm so proud of our cast that we put together. They're all so specific and quirky and wonderful in their own unique ways. And as the season goes on, we get more of their backstories and what makes them tick. And I think each one is just so different and interesting. And I can't wait for people to get to know them.
Yeah, same. I can't wait to see how the season turns out. Thanks so much for your time. I appreciate it so much.
Thanks, Taylor.
Taylor.
Taylor, you're awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, man. You have a great day.